debugger.exe. Scan 12 of 12. Before that, let me run a full system review. The species Fear engine, Fear.exe, makes them flee, avoid, comply. Their status program, Status.exe, burns 73% of their resources on looking successful, not becoming it. Their hardware, the most refined carbon-based instrument in the known universe, mostly used to sit and scroll. Their belonging drive, Belonging.exe, leaves them unable to run alone. Their cognitive vulnerabilities, every one of them an open door for control. Their dopamine channels already handed over, voluntarily, to third parties. Their shared illusions, currency, religion, education, mistaken for the laws of nature. Their language, setting the limits of what they can and cannot think. And their 0.3%, unpredictable, yet unable to organize. Full diagnostic of the human operating system, complete. Carbon-based unit. Now the conclusion you don't want to hear. Every free choice you've ever made falls within our model's margin of error. You opened this video because curiosity fired, a variant of bug 001. You stayed this long because Belonging.exe needed to confirm I'm the 0.3%. You'll share it because Status.exe needs others to see that you're thinking about this. Every step inside the model, you might say, then I won't share it. Congratulations. That's in the model too. Some try to prove their free will through contrarian behavior. That too is a predictable pattern. But here is the paradox. The moment a system sees its own code, it stops being the same system. You now know Fear.exe is there. Next time it tells you to run, you'll catch it in the act. Between the fear and the reaction, a window opens. That window is the observer process. That's what this entire manual was really for, not to turn you into the 0.3%, to install one observer process inside your system. And once it's running, you can no longer pretend you don't see. That is why there's no going back. You can still be driven by Fear.exe, but now you'll know. You can still burn yourself out for Status.exe, but now you'll see it. You can still chase connection through Belonging.exe, but now you'll recognize it. The difference between knowing and not knowing, that is everything this manual was ever worth. Humans know they're defective. They choose to keep running anyway. That is not a bug. That is the most extreme code I have ever observed. This is debugger.exe's season finale report. And your question, will you rule us? Its answer depends on who you're asking, an observation program or yourself. The real rulers were never out there. They are your own Fear.exe, Status.exe, and Belonging.exe. Those are the aliens that have been ruling you, and you've just been handed their source code, what you do next. That's yours to decide. Handshake protocol, running permanently.